Okay, so here we are now. What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Hack Spot. Today I've got a very interesting unbox for you guys. This is actually a product from Banggood. I know, interesting name. But anyways, inside this package, we have what could likely be a budget iPhone 10 or even an essential phone, but basically it's a bezel-less phone and it looks fantastic, especially for the price range. Okay, now to start with, if you saw this box, you probably would not think that there's a phone inside it. It's more like they're smuggling something else. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take this apart and get the box out. Alright, so here it is. It's called the UMDIGI. I'm not sure if UMDIGI? UMDGI? I have no idea how to pronounce it, guys. Sorry. But we're gonna go ahead and make an incision on the box too and open this right up. Ooh, alright, so here it is, guys. And now let's go and see what we get inside the box. So first off, of course, got the phone right here. I'm just gonna put this aside for now. Take a look at it after. Looks like we got an envelope. Okay, that's nice. So on top it says UMDIGI, or however you pronounce it. Open this up, and right at the front, you got a SIM card ejector tool. So you don't even have that on iPhones. I like that the companies include this. When they do, I love it because, of course, sometimes you want to swap out your SIM card. So it's nice to have that tool handy right there. Inside, you got a user manual, a screen protector. Okay, that's interesting. And over here you got two little cleaning wipes for your phone. Okay, that's the first time I've seen this. Beats Apple stickers. No, I'm just kidding. It does not beat Apple stickers. And there you go. That's all they get inside the envelope. You also got a charging brick. I'm not sure if this will plug into my outlet because I'm in the US. So I was hoping they thought of that. Not hoping, but I already thought they would have. Oh, okay, all right. I have other power bricks, and I can plug it into my laptop too, so that's not a huge deal. And here's the cable. Wow, it's pretty cool, red and black, and looks like it's USB Type-C. So great. Even the iPhone X, I'm gonna always call it the iPhone X. The iPhone 10 does not have that. Alright, so booting up the phone, so far it feels really premium for a $150 phone. So that is pretty cool. Going through the setup, the screen actually does look pretty cool. It's very bright. I'm here in the sun, and again, I could still see everything perfectly fine. Alright, so this phone has a fingerprint scanner on the back of the phone, so you use your index finger as opposed to your thumb. I mean, it works. Some people don't like it on the back, but it works. It's my first time really experiencing it, so I have to really test and use it. And there we go. We are in the phone. Now, first impressions, this screen is actually really crisp and clear. The pixel density is good, and I do like the colors as well. Overall, the screen is something that surprised me. It's a really good screen on such a cheap phone. And on top of all that, look at those bezels. That is absolutely incredible. Alright, so now let's get to the actual review of this phone. So, to start with, let's talk about the main thing that's going for again, and that is a bezel-less look. So you can see that for the most part, this phone does achieve that pretty well, and even the top, look at that. Even the iPhone has a little top notch, but again, on this phone, all these sensors at the bottom, and even like the camera for the front camera, you guys can see that right there, has a huge chin. And for a size comparison of the overall phone, here I have the iPhone 7, the regular version, not the Plus. And again, I'm just going to put this on top of it. You guys can see that it's a little bit bigger. It's about the same height, but it's just a little bit wider than the iPhone 7. That's the most notable difference. Thickness, again, it's a little bit thicker than the iPhone 7. Can you notice it? So yes, you do notice the thickness. Of course, it's not that big though. You guys can see that they're both roughly the same. This phone right here is a little bit thicker, but that's about it. You guys can't really see it all that much. Again, just a little bit by millimeters. And again, they kind of copied the design with the bottom, with these big grills and the part in the middle. Looks pretty similar from there. Alright, but anyways, again, let's go back to this phone. Again, you got the fingerprint scanner. It's pretty quick and does work very well. And the weird part about this phone is that the buttons are all on the left side. So the volume up and down button on the top over here. And over here, you got the lock button. So that's a lock button. They're all on the left side, so I guess it kind of makes sense because that's where you have your index finger if you're right-handed. But let's go and test out, again, the little fingerprint scanner on the back of the phone. So, cool part is, you don't have to press the power button first. All you do is just tap on this. And there you go. Boom. It's pretty quick. So, I'm going to lock my phone. There you go. It's already on. Now, does it detect a wrong finger and still go through? Let's go and check. There you go. So, it's not recognized. Oh, and it locked me out because of too many attempts. So, can't log in like that again. I have to use a passcode real quick. So, gonna do that, swipe up, enter my passcode, and there we are. So overall, the fingerprint sensor does work good, even in this $150 phone, which has good build quality. Let's do a little knock test. So again, you guys can see that there are quality materials in this phone. Now, another cool thing about this phone is that it's basically running stock Android. So if we go and swipe down, you guys can see that. It's basically running stock Android, and it's great. You got your app drawer right over here, and again, it looks very, very clean. I like that a lot. Stock Android, I never really experienced that before, but I understand why people love it so much now. And on the latest 7.0 Nougat, which is what this phone is running, I really like how simplified these settings are now. So everything is one pane. It's not like the old Galaxies or Notes, where again, it's very clunky. The settings are all over the place. I do not like this, and yeah. So with Nougat, if you tap on this button right here, you go into your multitasking pane right here, tap on an app, and then you can also tap and hold on this to bring up another application into a split screen view, which is pretty cool. So for example, I could bring up I don't know, Geekbench, which we're going to be testing in a second. So now I have two windows, and I can split screen multitask very easily. I like this a lot. And yeah, so that's what's cool about Android. And to get rid of that, all you do is enlarge one all the way, and boom, now you have one application open. So to switch between application and full view very quickly, all you do is double tap on this button, and boom, it'll switch between those two apps. So I like that feature a lot. And if you could tap on this, of course, you go home, but tap and hold it and it brings up Google Assistant. So hey,
bonjour, that's hello in French.
How do you say goodbye in French?
Au revoir.
Wow, I really love Google Assistant more than Siri, to be honest, because it's so quick and it can answer so many more questions. Alright, so now let's talk about the camera. Now to start with, the chin, again, it's kind of laughable. It just looks very odd with this like bezel-less design, and you have a huge chin. I think it looks pretty funny. But if you go in and open up the camera, let's go and take a look at how this looks. So this is the front camera. Oh my gosh. Okay, this honestly is not that good. I mean, look at that. The camera, if you want a camera on your phone, a budget phone is not the way to go. I mean, look at this. We've got our ghost right there. All right. So guys, that is the back-facing camera. I mean, it's not super bad, but it's pretty bad. The colors are kind of washed out, and again, there's a lot of blur and a lot of noise. Anyways, let's go take a look at the front-facing camera now. So, alright, so this is at the very bottom. This is going to be pretty weird. Alright, so guys, one thing I noticed over here while I took a picture that I have to talk about. Look at this. If I face the camera straight, the camera's at the bottom, so it just looks over here, and I can't even see my face. So in order to do that, I have to go like this. So I don't know how I'm supposed to record, but this is really awkward. Every time you look at yourself in the camera, it's like you're looking up through the camera. So look at this. Like, I have to go like this and then put it higher up. It's going to swap the cameras, and there we are. So this is it. Alright, so I'm recording this camera, and can't really put my phone finger on the bottom right there, but so here's comparison between the iPhone 7. So I'm holding them both at the same angle. So you guys can see that how the iPhone is framed and how this phone is framed. I have to look down. That's so weird. And you can see more of my ripped sweater. And okay, hold on, let me bring it up to the point where it's kind of normal. You put the iPhone the same. Okay, there we go. So if you use like this, then I guess it kind of works. But look at the space above my head on both phones. Alright, so guys, all that audio from that clip was also recorded on this phone too. And yes, so the front camera is kind of potato quality. You guys can see the motion blur too. It's just very weird, and I don't really like the front-facing camera. But of course, it's a $150 budget phone. What can you expect? Really, what this phone is made for is gaming. No, I'm just kidding, but we're gonna see how games perform on this very cheap budget phone. So to start with, let's do Fruit Ninja. A very simple game. Let's see how it handles it. The screen is really cool. I really love that. So, alright, we got the first one. So far, so smooth. It's kind of, I don't know. Feels a little weird. It's a little bit choppy, but not too much at this point. Okay, it's lost one. It's hard to play on camera, but it's gonna wait for more to pop up. Alright, so now let's try Super Mario Run. The game's intensity is going to increase some more. Okay, so new splash screen, okay. And let's go ahead and play. No, you've got to be kidding me.
No. Somebody's confused. Somebody's just not thinking. I mean, there's no way.
We'll figure it out.
Let's go to Asphalt. I'm also going to be showing you guys a Geekbench score. Okay, so here's some gameplay of Asphalt 8 Airborne. Now, this is kind of demanding, so let's go ahead and try this out. There we go. So it wasn't too long. You guys see, and this looks so cool with like the bezel display. Imagine if it was just like this. That'd be even cooler. Alright, so I'm not really noticing it being like too choppy at all. It seems pretty smooth for the most part. And it's running perfectly fine. So that's pretty incredible for a $150 phone. I'm pretty impressed. So that's that. So as Gangstar New Orleans is also updating, and boom, just finished. Wow, that's so annoying. There's so many updates. And you guys see that when I scroll through the Google Play Store, it is a bit choppy. So I don't know why that is, but it's kind of choppy as you guys see over here. It's not really present anywhere else. It's just over here inside the Play Store. And also, if you want to go ahead and bring this up, you can just go and swipe up like that, or you can tap this button to bring it back down. I don't know why they did not add physical buttons right here, or even touch or capacitive buttons at the bottom right over here in this huge chin. Bottom is so big, you can fit so many buttons down there. And also the headphone jack is on the top of the phone. To me, it doesn't matter, but for some people, they really do like having it on the bottom. But hey, at least you have a headphone jack. Okay, so here we are now in Gangster New Orleans. And anyways, you guys can see that it doesn't run too bad for a $150 phone. So I'm going to sprint over here. You guys can see around the world. Just going to get in the car. The other mission, we were basically too low level to start it. So anyways, let's go and see how it works when you're inside a car. So yes, you can game on it. And there you go. So, I mean, it runs perfectly fine. But there are a little bit of frame drops, as you guys can see. Now let's go take a look at a Geekbench. So I do have Geekbench installed. And here's what this phone is packing. So again, here's the phone, the Umdigi Crystal. It's running Android 7.0. It's running at a CPU speed of 1.51 gigahertz, which is kind of bad. But anyways, we got a memory of 3.79 gigabytes, which isn't too bad. Let's go and run a benchmark. Alright, so here we go. Let's go and see what we get. Alright, so it finished, and the single core score is, boom, 585, and the multi-core score is 2,526, so pretty low scores. But as you guys saw in my test, the games are still playable. Of course, it's not the best, but they're still playable, and it's a pretty unique design. Of course, the things I don't like, again, are the huge chin that you could have added some buttons there. The camera is really bad on this phone. The buttons on the left take some getting used to, especially the lock button being on the bottom instead of the top, and the volume rockers being on the top instead of the bottom. But overall, this is a good phone. The screen, again, is really good, and it doesn't really seem to hiccup that much in the actual, like, OS, except for in the Play Store again. And of course, the main thing that you're going for with this phone is of course the edge-to-edge display. It looks absolutely gorgeous, and you can just tell that they focus on the display. So guys, that about concludes this review. I really do hope that you guys enjoyed this Umdigi Crystal. I completely butchered the name throughout this entire review, I feel bad. But yeah, for $150, I think it's pretty good. Especially that bezel-less display. I mean, except for the chin, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. Anyways, as always, if you do want to pick one up, I'll put a link down below in the description. Be sure to slap a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace out.
you